Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved immortal beings, and good-looking people. Remember, you're good-looking, so always looking for and finding the good. And here you found the goodest good possible, the greatest show about happiness, joy on the internet. Finding happiness and joy with Edwin and Barry. There is no greater show on earth. Welcome. Get ready. Buckle up, because you're about to find happiness and joy. Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved, immortal beings, and good-looking people. Remember, you're good-looking. You're always looking for and finding the good. And you found good in abundance because you have used your most valuable asset, your time, to tune in consciously and conscientiously to Finding Happiness and Joy with wonderful Edwin and Barry. And you will be rewarded because you know that by playing with us in our sandbox, you will be happier, healthier, and wealthier. Who doesn't want that? And thank God we have tens of thousands of people all around the world who are tuning in, putting it in their phones for the first and third Thursday of every month for the rest of your life. Because when you do this, it will help you to uplift yourself. And when you uplift yourself and you spread happiness and joy, guess what happens? You will be happier, you'll be healthier, you'll be wealthier. Your family, your friends, and all living beings will be feeling the power of you. That's because this is really what it's all about. It's all about you. My name is Barry Shore. I am the Ambassador of JOYi, and my dear partner, Edwin Edebiri, who is the Chief Happiness Officer for the world. And today's topic is so wonderful because it enlivens, and it's the big O word, and the O stands for optimism. OPTIMISM, optimism. Now, someone could easily ask, because where are we? We're in Feb of 2024 and say, optimism? What are you talking about? Don't you know there's wars, there's turmoil, there's people in the streets, there's riots going, there's carjacking, the world is falling apart, there's climate change. It will always be that way if you let yourself be pulled into the cesspool. But if you want to learn how to swim, you want to learn how to fly, you want to learn how to invigorate your life with joy and happiness, O is the secret formula, optimism. So I'm just going to turn it right over to my dear friend Edwin. Let him start waxing eloquent about optimism. I'm going to give you, everybody, though, what we call an acronym. And the word is HOPE, HOPE, hope. Hope stands for healthy optimism protects everyone. When you are optimistic, you will be protecting everyone. Healthy optimism protects everyone. Dear Edwin, please talk to us about optimism and happiness.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. Love it. Good day to you, my good friend, the Ambassador of JOYi. I'm always looking forward to this. When I wake up on Thursday morning, my feet hit the ground and I know, okay, it's time to exhume some happiness, some joy all over the world. I
Woo!
cannot wait. I get pumped up. I get excited. I just get juice up, And I know this is one thing I know, and I know I know, okay? I know. One thing that I know, there's at least one human being somewhere around the world that's just waiting to hear this message. That's it. And if that happened, your job, my job, already accomplished, just done. Because that one person can affect so many human beings on this planet Earth. That's the
Talk
power
about
of that one
optimism.
person. Yes.
This is called healthy optimism. That is the essence of Edwin. By the way, remember back in December, there's the fat guy. Most of the time he's a big fat guy named Santa, and he has this chant, ho, ho, ho.
Oh.
Ho, ho, ho. Well, HO stands for healthy optimism, healthy optimism, healthy optimism. I just made that up. Ho, ho,
Yeah.
ho. So
Hey,
that's you. You're
hey,
you're right. We're touching people around the world, and if one gets ignited, it makes a difference for
boom.
everybody.
It does. It does. So you already started with the magic word hope, and I want to add confidence next to that. Okay. Now, here is the thing, Barry, and this is why I get excited about just waking up. Okay, I just get excited. All right, we don't know a whole lot of stuff. Now, some of us pretend to know a whole lot. Okay, but the truth of the story is we don't know a whole lot, and that's good news. Okay, that's good news.
Right.
That's great news. Because here is the deal: when you don't know something, now you can make a choice. And I'm saying choose optimism. Okay, choose that thing is going to come out right. You don't know either way. You have no clue whether you step into an examination hall if you're going to pass or not. Now, a little voice in your mind might be saying, hey, you didn't prepare for the exam, so you're going to fail. You don't know that. The exam could come out and it's like, wait a second, this is a piece of cake. And you just exit. So if you don't know, then it makes sense to be optimistic. because you don't know. Let me give you a very simple example, very simple one. You wake up in this morning, you go into your garage, you go into your car, and you start driving to work. Now, you don't know if you're going to get to work or not. you don't know.
Right.
But it helps to be optimistic that you're going to get to work. Because if you are not, you are in trouble.
But you don't know that.
You don't know. I mean, like you get to work. Let's say you get to work. You don't know if your boss is going to pull you aside and say, hey, guess what? You are fired.
Yeah.
But you don't know. But the fact that you going to work, you just positivity, confidence allow you to reduce a lot of stress about what you don't know.
Outstanding. By the way, this is in your latest book that's coming out soon?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wait a minute. What is the title? What is the title of the book that's coming out by Edwin? What is the title?
Happiness as a learnable skill.
Happiness as a learnable skill.
Yes.
Happiness as it'll be coming out. I think it's around March 20th. Yes.
International Day of Happiness. And you will be there because you are one of the featured speakers on the International Day of Happiness.
Okay, well, this is going to be around the world, March 20th. Put it in your calendars now. Just be aware that there's so much goodness happening in the world. And I just want to emphasize and amplify what wonderful Edwin just shared with us, because there's a remarkable book that's been around for thousands of years. It's called the Bible. Most people have heard about it.
I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, some people even have read some of it. So in the Bible, God actually spells out and says to the children of Israel, by the way, I'm giving you an idea of life. It's called there's life and there's death, and I urge you to choose life. This comes from God. If you have a choice between life and death, well, which one would you choose?
Wow, that's a tough choice.
Choose life. Well, God said choose life. Wait a minute. God, you need to tell me I have to choose life. Isn't that obvious? Well, listen to what wonderful Edwin just told us. You don't know what's going on. You don't know if you're going to get to work. Be optimistic that everything will happen for your benefit. And you know why? Because the good Lord has made you and created you with this ability to be happy and joyful. When you choose happiness and joy, guess what happens in your life? Happiness and joy. Isn't that amazing? If you choose happiness and
Happiness
joy
and
and you throw in the
happiness
confidence
and
and you throw in the hope, by definition, the creator of the world. Now you don't want to believe in God, that's up to you. But I can attest, Edward can attest, millions and millions of people can attest to the fact that when you choose how you wish to respond in any given situation, you choose optimism, guess what will happen? You will lead an optimistic, purposeful, powerful, pleasant, powerful life.
yes.
It's true.
Now,
It's
let me
it's
just
it's a
add to that,
law.
Barry. There's a very simple concept that just spell out all that stuff you're saying. You know, like you say, I load stuff, you loaded stuff, right? It's a very simple concept. It's a whatever you focus on will grow.
Wait a minute. Let's say it again because it's a simple,
A very
simple proposition. But
yeah.
whatever you
Whatever
focus on will
grow.
grow. Duh.
So focus on optimism. Guess what? Optimism will grow in your life. You don't even have a choice at that point. Now, here is another thing that's critical about optimism. Now, some people might say, yeah, that's just easy for you guys, you know. Barry
Because
is
you're
the
rich
ambassador
and
of joy.
famous and you're
Yeah,
handsome and
you
everything
know,
goes fine for you.
yeah,
Yeah, it's easy.
yeah. But here is the deal, though. Studies have shown any human being on this planet Earth that is optimistic, they're going to live longer than their counterpart that is not optimistic.
Wait a minute. Didn't we just say from the Bible, God says you have a choice between life and death? Choose life. So you're just making this statement that scientific studies have proven that when you listen to what God said and you choose life and be optimistic, you'll live longer. Hello.
and you don't just live longer, because sometimes, you know, what's living long if you're just living long, okay?
Right.
But it also shows that you have less stress and emotionally you are more balanced.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that if you choose optimism, you will be happier, healthier,
Yeah.
and wealthier?
Yes. To
And we,
all
by the
three
way,
of
we
them,
guarantee it or your money back.
you get your
We
money
will
back.
we'll guarantee it, money back guarantee. Matter of fact, double your money back.
Let's make it 4 times your money back.
Yes. Just choose whatever. Let's go back to your simple, straightforward understanding. It's called a maxim, MAXIM. Look it up. Maxim of life.
Yeah.
Whatever you focus on will grow.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that true in a garden? This
Yes.
you are a garden. And when you use your thoughts to focus on goodness and optimism, when you use words that come out of your mouth that are optimistic, positive, purposeful, powerful, and pleasant, and when your deeds, what you do is positive, purposeful, powerful, and pleasant, gee, guess what happens? It grows and grows and grows. It is a law of the universe. Law, by the way, LAW stands for love and wisdom. When you listen to Edwin and what he's telling us, it's love and wisdom. And again, like he says, well, that's easy for you guys. You're rich and famous and everything. You really never had difficulties. Hello, we're human. If we started telling you the stories, what we've been through and the challenges we face, sometimes on a daily basis, well, you say, wow, well, yeah, but that's every human being.
Yes.
Just choose life. Choose optimism. What you focus on will grow.
Yes.
Wonderful, Edwin. This is one fabulous. By the way, GROW is a wonderful acronym that stands for Generating Rays of Wisdom.
Whoa.
See, when it will grow, generating rays of wisdom. The more wisdom you have, the more you realize I'm choosing optimism. That is hope. I have confidence. And guess what happens? It grows and grows. So you are a tsunami of goodness always.
Absolutely. So here is the deal. I know some people are listening to this now and they say, yeah, I am, like some people like to play the devil's advocate. or they're like, oh, I'm not a positive person. I'm a realist, you know. I
Well, let me just interrupt you for literally 8 seconds.
okay.
We are the realists.
Yes.
Edwin and Barry are the realists. The other person are fantasy people. You are fantasizing about what could happen. We are the ones who live in the real world. Now, by the way, we do live in the real world, and we have sponsors that love the show. So we're going to do a quick commercial. We vet all our sponsors, so we urge you to patronize these sponsors because they're good for you, make you happier, healthier, and wealthier. Who doesn't want that? We'll be right back after this brief message. Don't go away.
What if you could shop at your favorite local stores, swipe your current credit card, and get extra cashback rewards? And what if you could also have donations sent to your favorite cause at no extra cost to you? What if this amazing program was absolutely free and very simple to set up? Well, What If is here. Welcome to Einstein Cares, where your everyday shopping gives you and your favorite cause extra money. It's fast, it's easy, and effortless. Any business leader who has stood in front of potential investors can tell you, creating a vivid, compelling vision of the future can be the difference between bankruptcy and billions. If you can move people with words, you can practically will things into existence. Something that seems impossible can be made to seem inevitable. But not with bullet points, with a well-crafted and well-told story. I spent 30 years in advertising, creating stories for giant brands, universities, and governments, and changing people's hearts and minds. And over those years, I accumulated a treasure chest of insights about how to entertain and inspire and move people. And I think I can teach you. Can you think of a tool more powerful than human speech? See how your value changes when you start to master the oldest human art form.
Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved, immortal beings, and good-looking people. Maybe you're good-looking. You're always looking for and finding the good. You found good in abundance. Your cup runneth over with good. Edwin Edebiri, the Chief Happiness Officer of the world, your humble host, also partner, Barry Shore, the Ambassador of JOYi. And we are discussing the big O word, optimism, because when you have it and you live it, and when you speak it and you share it with other people, you become happier, healthier, and wealthier. And that's where I listen. Remember, the first and third Thursday of every month for the rest of your life, tune in and share this with 5 people. You want to share with 50 or 100, it's up to you, but at least 5. So we'll be touching 50,000 people with every one of these, because we're making a difference in the world. Everybody listening is MAD. MAD stands for make a difference. So we're being optimistic because, as Edwin has just shared with us, that which you focus on will grow. So focus on life, focus on joy, focus on happiness, and it will grow. Be optimistic. And as it reads in the 23rd Psalm, many people have heard about the 23rd Psalm, Edwin. I would say, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And the last line, I think, of the 23rd song is, surely goodness and mercy will follow you all the days of your life. That's what you want. How do you have goodness and mercy follow all the days of your life? Be optimistic. So I say to you, you have BO, Edwin. You know, in the old days, BO used to stand for body odor. BO stands for be optimistic. So you have BO, Edwin.
You know, I want to say something though. You hear people that are struggling, whatever it is they might be struggling with, and they go to see the experts, and they tell them, you have to develop coping skills. Okay, coping skills. All right, whether it's It's anger management. You have to have coping skills. Whether it's anxiety, you have to have coping skills. Whether it's depression, you have to have coping skills. Do you know that you can cope better if you are optimistic?
I want you to repeat that, please.
Okay. So everywhere you go, they talk about coping skills, and very valid, whether it's psychiatry, psychology, counselor, coping skills. Whether you are an angry person, coping skills. Whether you are anxiety, coping skills. Whether it's depression, coping skills. Do you know that you can cope better if you are optimistic?
Well, then why would anybody not do this? You see, here's what you just said. It's like walking along the street, and as you put your foot down, your right foot, you step on the following: a stack of 10 $100 bills.
Wow.
Now, you don't know it's 10. You just look down and you stepped on something and it's a $100 bill. How do you feel right away? It's a $100 bill. That's under your right foot. Yeah. Hello. So you bend down and it's not one. There's a pile of them. You start counting. Every time that 100, 2, wait a minute, I'm feeling better. 3, 4. You get to 7 $100 bills and you are dancing, except there's 3 more. It's 8. Now you got $1,000. How do you feel? That pales in comparison to what amazing Edwin is sharing with us.
Yeah.
We want to call them, you want to call them coping skills. We're going to shift just a little bit of your perspective. Now, remember, you got to keep the F in place and shift, or the other stuff happens. SHIFT. Don't drop the F. You want to shift your movement from coping skills to hoping skills.
Yes.
When you can learn how to hope, remember, healthy optimism protects everyone. And the best way to do it, you can do 2 things. One is just make a note to yourself that March 20th, you're going to rush out and get a copy of Edwin's book, which is Happiness is a Learned Skill. Right?
It's happiness is a learnable
you
skill.
can also do something for yourself right now. You can get a copy of one of my 3 books that I published last 2023. We have 3 more coming out in 2024. One of the greatest books you'll ever get and read, and it's available for free as an ebook. Go to barryshore.com/ebook, barryshore.com/ebook. barryshore.com/ebook, and get yourself a copy of, what is it? The Joy of Living. You deserve it. It's yours. It's available for free. Sells for $14.95. 0 cost to you because you tuned in to Happiness and Joy with Edwin and Barry. So do that, because these are transformational moments. See, the reason you tune in is not for information. There is a lot of information on the internet, by the way, mostly not to your advantage. So I urge you, if you're going to do any kind of surfing of the net, surf for positive terms: optimism, hope, positive, purposeful, powerful, pleasant. Search for Edwin, search for Barry. That's what you want. You want to stay in the lane of goodness and optimism. That's one thing. The second thing is to make sure that you internalize, utilize, and leverage in your life, not inspiration, because that goes away after a little bit, right? But the T word. See, Edwin is all about the T word. Like you said, when you focus on what you want, it grows. The T word is transformation. You are a transformational being. You want transformation, which is to internalize, utilize, and leverage that which we're talking about today: optimism. Optimism. It is reality. We're the realists. Everything else is a figment of your imagination. If you want to channel your imagination to be positive and purposeful and powerful and pleasant, then just what Edwin taught us. Focus on what you want, and it will grow. You want to be optimistic? Focus on it. You want to be happy? Focus on it. You want to be living in joy? Focus on it. You say, wait a minute, is that easy?
It's that
Edwin,
easy.
is it that easy? Tell them.
Yes,
Tell them.
it's that easy. It's that easy. It's that easy. And here's the thing: start with a baby step. Start with a baby step. If you're the kind of person listening to us right this very moment, and you are struggling with everything that is coming out of our mouth, and maybe you are even saying, "Oh, these people are just full of it," they're just talking, they have nothing to say. Start with baby step. Baby step. And the simplest thing you can do to yourself is go in front of the mirror and say, what would I lose if I try to be optimistic?
Right.
And just ask yourself that. Now, there's a little part of your brain that will be struggling with it, trying to come up with all kind of stuff.
You're not authentic. Come on, get with it. Come on. Why are you lying? What's the matter with you? Just say hello. I listen to Edwin and Barry.
Yeah, and just realize that whatever that small voice come out about, whatever it says, it's a lie. Because you don't know. They don't know. And so you just tell yourself, okay, I'm going to start with that point, in front of that mirror. If you have to argue with yourself, okay? Just argue with yourself. Fight it out, get it out of your system, okay? But when it's out of your system, you're going to be so relieved because you find out that you've just been carrying a lot of stuff that you don't really know anything about. And here is the other part, because some of you might be saying now, oh, Edu, that's not true, that we don't know. Guess what? All the ones that you know are in the past and they are gone. They are gone.
I need to jump in here and unpack something that you said, because the vision of you, I'm talking about everybody that's the you. This show is about you. It's not about Edwin. It's not about Barry, great guys there. It's about you. You being the best you. Arguing with yourself.
Yes.
How much fun is that? Because at some point you may be arguing in your head, and all of a sudden your face is going to be in different modalities, and you're going to start laughing, just like Edwin did. You're going to start, and when you break out into laughter, you're going to realize and say, yeah, of course, who's in control? Yeah. The me called me, meaning the one that loves me, the one that loves doing good. I have yet to meet a person other than there are some crazies out there. Let's, we're not talking about chemically imbalanced people and people who believe in radical hatred. We're dealing with the mass of humanity. Yes. You're an individual who can choose. The 6 most important words you'll ever utilize and learn in your life: choice, not chance, determines your destiny. How you choose to respond in any given situation. It's just so wonderful what Edwin is sharing with us. Hope, remember, stands for healthy optimism, protects everyone.
It does.
You are the first beneficiary. It extends to your family. It extends out to your coworkers. It extends out to other people that you meet, whether you're walking the street, you're going to a store, wherever it is, and it extends out beyond you, because the vibrations that we send out as human beings cannot be stopped, for both the positive and the opposite. You can't stop positive, purposeful, powerful, pleasant, purposeful vibrations. Never, ever, ever think that, well, this won't help. Not only does it help you, it helps the world. What you focus on will grow. I'm
going to just leave this for the few minutes, just 5 letters, five word sentence, 5 words. And everybody around the world that's listening to this, just know you, okay, that's you, deserve to be happy.
Okay, on that high note, you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be happy. From Edwin, the Chief Happiness Officer of the World, Barry Shaw, the Ambassador of Joy. We're going to envelop everybody with a hug. Hug stands for heartfelt, unlimited giving. We urge you, please share this with 5 people, rate it on the podcast world, and just let's grow, grow, grow. So on the count of 3, wonderful Edwin, heartfelt unlimited giving. 1, 2, 3. Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved immortal beings, and good-looking people. Remember, you're good-looking, so always looking for and finding the good. And here you found the goodest good possible, the greatest show about happiness, joy on the internet. Finding Happiness and Joy with Edwin and Barry. There is no greater show on earth. Welcome. Get ready. Buckle up, because you're about to find happiness and joy.